what Oletola is doing with the Ministry of Marine Spirits until now. So, Ajogbafida of Osun, Ade Jackson, Ade Dancer, was panic tweeting that Oletola is about to disrupt Osun State. What happened? They said there is a court judgment that returned all the local government chairmen in Osun State. Guess what? You know, Ade Dancer, Governor Ade Dancer, defeated Oletola. And while Oletola was there, there were elected local government chairmen who were APC members. So when Ade Dancer became their governor, he sort of just dissolved them. Now, they are planning to have another election, local government election, that is meant to be conducted by Ajogbafida, Ade Dancer. However, a court judgment just came from the blues, and they said all the local government chairmen removed by Ade Dancer must be returned. Even don't override this one. From we went to where? That's like 2 years ago. Why are they being returned now? So they now said, from the tweet of Ajogbafida, I realized that Oletola has an upper hand using the federal police, the federal, what do you call them? You know, agents, like the police. So they said Oletola directed the commissioner of police in Osun, okay, to provide security for this returning local government chairman. And the dancer was like, you know, you cannot do that. Oh, this is okay. Osun is now boiling. Even the video don't make video. Oh, police commissioner, if you think you are crazy, we are crazy too. It can't be like that with the Wiki versus Fubara. You know, with the Wiki men, right? They claimed that the status of assembly extended their stay as local government chairman. Fubara said, no, they don't have that power to extend your stay. We are conducting a new election. Remember that time when they all occupied different local government areas in River State, right? Similar thing is happening in Osun right now. So first, those who were loyal to Ajogbafida, Governor Ade Dancer of Osun, right? Those who are loyal to him as PDP, they've started taking over different local government areas, waiting for the APC guys that are coming to take over the office. EBT clash one year. So yesterday, after all that, you know, that kind of like a panic tweet and all of that, calling Tifnubu to call Oletola to order. Tifnubu, call your nephew to order. He's abusing power. He's the dancer. Hang on. So you've lost control of your own commissioner of police, Abi. Okay. What else? Some of his own supposed followers were like, "Oh, Benny, stop crying on Twitter, Jare, go move to action." Which one is crying on Twitter? Do something to make sure that this one will be, you know, everybody kind of reacting in their own way. So that was what got me interested. Like, okay, what's going on in Osun? So the next clip I saw was, you know, Ajogbafida, Ade Dancer, and then his own, I think, commissioner of justice or something, telling us what is transpiring, what was playing out. So I have a clip of that here too. Let me share it with you.
I think at this point, it is expedient for us to look at the judgment of the Court of Appeal that some people are interpreting wrongly. Page 34 of that judgment contained the 4 issues for determination that was before the Court of Appeal. And at issue 1 deals with the amendment that the Federal Court granted to PDP, portion to the application filed by PDP before the Federal Court. Then issue 2 talked about, it borders on the time at which the PDP brought the action, if it is premature or not. And the Court of Appeal at page 49 and 50, the last paragraph of page 49, if I may just read out. Now, since it is the position of this court that there is no valid originating process to confer jurisdiction on the lower court to hear and determine the claim of the first respondent, there's no point in considering the remaining issues. A consideration of the 2 remaining issues has now become an academic exercise, which this court is not prepared to venture into. The two remaining issues not considered are the issues on restating the sacked chairman and councillor by the Federal High Court, Osogbo. The Court of Appeal did not consider because it is academic and is not prepared to venture into same. The Court of Appeal went further. In the circumstances, the resolution of the two issues in favor of the appellants, in the circumstances, with the resolution of the two issues in favor of the appellants, it follows that this appeal is meritorious and it is accordingly allowed. The amended originating summon is hereby struck out for incompetence. Consequently, suit number FHC/OS/CS/94/2022 and is hereby struck out. Cost of 250,000 to the appellant against the first respondent. The implication of this is that the suit filed by PDP was struck out by the Court of Appeal, and of course, by implication, the judgment, of course, was also struck out. That means PDP never brought any action, and there was no judgment. There was no order, no consequential order, or the Court of Appeal did not even consider the issue that borders on restating the sacked chairman and councillor. It was never considered by the Court of Appeal, and there was no order in respect of those issues, because according to the Court of Appeal, it is academic, and they are not prepared to venture into same. So the implication now is that the chairman remains sacked, the suit is struck out, and the judgment, of course, is set aside. But now it is expedient at this point that I refer the House to the Federal Court decision in suit number FHC/OS/CS/103/2022 between Action People's Party, APD, and Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and 6 others, wherein the Federal Court held thus at, just 1 minute, it was a judgment in rem, where the Federal Court at pages 47 to 48 held us. Furthermore, in the exercise of the power conferred on me by section 6A and B of the 1999 Constitution as amended, I hereby make the following consequential orders. 1. The election into the local government council across Osun State, held on 15/10/2022, pursuant to notice of election, issued on 15/8/2022, is hereby declared unconstitutional, invalid, null and void for violation of the Constitution and breach of sections 28, 29, 32, 98, and 150 of the Electoral Act 2022. Then 2, all persons.
No. We might give you the layman explanation. Okay. So from what I have gathered, right? PDP went to court to justify the sacking of the local government chairman at Osogbo High Court, and they got they got their nose bruised, prompting them to go on appeal. It's like saying, "Oh, this what do you call it? This local government chairmen have been dissolved, and they remain dissolved." But then they went to court. Okay, and when they got to court, the court granted the prayers of the APC. So PDP appealed. Now, when PDP appealed, which is explained as an academic exercise, all right, it's just what they do, create this confusion and all that there was no actual judgment to say, I have this appeal, we have now ruled in favor of the first respondent, which is the APC, the local government chairman of APC, that they must return back to office. But rather than do that, they just said, you know what, we are striking out the prayers of APC, of a PDP. So what does that mean? If PDP says we are challenging the court of, the High Court judgment that reinstated this local government chairman and invalidating the local government elections conducted in 2022 by Oletola. So, therefore, your appeal is hereby struck out. That simply means that you go back to the judgment of the High Court, Nabi, like instead of creating that confusion, there should be a ruling. There was no ruling. In all honesty, there was none. But now it is now left to the interpretation of both sides. So the PDP side, they claim there was no judgment, although their appeal was struck out. So they lost on appeal to stop this local government chairman returning to office. I mean, they lost. But there was no actual judgment that says, oh yeah, you return to office. That's their own interpretation. On the side of the APC, they said, we won in the High Court. So you took us to the appeal court. The appeal court struck out your appeal. So what that simply means is that our judgment from the High Court stands, and we are taking over these local government areas. From what I just said now, they say like about 5 people have been killed. From different local government areas in Osun State, people mobilized themselves. Those who were PDP, those who were APC. And before you know it, they've introduced gunshot into the midst. Shooting, and they have killed 5 people. That's what I just said. So to show to you few local government areas where people decided to take it upon themselves and, like stand their ground. This is Osun State. We are the one in charge, This also transpired.
Live and direct from Ilesha West local government. There is peace and serenity. Police are here to protect the people and to secure the property of government. Live and direct, you are watching live and direct from Ilesha West local government. The appearance of Nigerian police is not to intimidate, but to protect the people and the property of the government in Ilesha West local government. Yes. Now see, one of the leaders are commending the police for their support and their solidarity. Police are striving for peace, appealing to people not to take law into their hands. You can see the peace.
This is the whole local government. So the whole local government is secure. So nobody can enter the local government. So we secure the council against anybody that wanted to enter the local government. So local government is secure. Yes. So the whole local government council is secure. So we are always secure.
And PDP is in power. We labor to get this government. Oh, your father is a thief. He cannot come here and rob us our right. No gods, no court in this country has reinstated them. The sacked chairman and councillor remain sacked. An election comes up on February 22nd, 2025. And by the grace of God, we are coming here to the local government. Àwọn aládì ìpínlẹ̀ wa, gómìnà alálàáfíà ni gómìnà Adémọ́lá Adélékè. Asọ́mọ́mọ́ lè bónílé dunlé, Sanwó-Olú ló lè kó, Mákindé ló lọ́yọ́, Adélékè ló ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Àwa la ní bólúwa dúró wa, wọ́n lè bónílé dunlé o, wọ́n lè bónílé dunlé. Wọ́n lè bónílé dunlé o, wọ́n lè bónílé dunlé. Mákindé ló lọ́yọ́, Adélékè ló lọ́ṣun, wọ́n lè bónílé dunlé. They said they are entering some local government. They said they are entering some local government. We will not allow it here. We will not allow it here. We will resist it with everything in our life. We will resist it with everything in our life. We will resist it with everything in our life. Will you allow thieves to catch away your property?
No! Rárá!
Olè ní APC.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Olè ní Gbéyèga Oyètọ́lá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Olè wọnú bí. I pay the president of Nigeria, Senator Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, kí wọ́n pe nephew wọn, kó má da ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun rú. Ìpínlẹ̀ alálàáfíà. Bólúwadúró is an epitome of peace. Bólúwadúró local government is an epitome of peace. And we advocate for peace. Yeah. We want peace. Any attempt for APC members, sacked chairmen and councillors to forcefully enter here is going to be not taken. It's not going to be taken. It's not going to be taken. We will not watch our eyes and allow thieves, robbers, rogues to catch away our property. This is our property. Yes. Property of the state of Osun local government, property of Boluwaduro local government. We will not allow it. We are here. We are going to be here till we will see them. If they like, let them come. If they don't like, let them see wherever they are. But we advise them to sleep. And what that be Abati or Anati Anabala.
In Jesus' name, amen.
Oyo State.
Demola Adeleke.
Demola Adeleke. Osun State.
How's everybody?
Adeleke, no, sorry. Mákindé ló lọ́yọ́, Adeleke ló lọ́sùn, a lè bónílé dùlé. A ò lè bónílé dùlé o, ẹ lè bónílé dùlé. Sanwó-Ikú ló l'Èkó. Mákindé ló lọ́yọ́, Adeleke ló lọ́sùn, ẹ ò lè bónílé dùlé. Láàárọ̀ Monday o. Láàárọ̀ Monday morning that people are trying to get, even though, the most lucrative job or business in Nigeria right now is politics. Their livelihood depends on it. And indeed, they had to kind of fight for their pot of soup, But that is not the end of it. The APC did mobilize themselves. I mean, yesterday, was it yesterday or Saturday? Oyetola was, he actually hosted his own supporters and told them, we will lead you to that place. Let me show you. Oh, hang on, I think I have that here. Rather.
They appeal to Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal, Daejo. One year, we are calling. Wala la jisa boy go so la calling. Fa wala. As at that time, Governor Adeleke, àwọn ọlọ́pàá ń ṣe ti yín. As at that time, àwọn DSS ń ṣe ti yín. But ìgbà tí wọ́n bá ti lè dá ẹjọ́ against yín lẹ máa mọ̀ pé DSS ò sí títẹ̀ wá pariwo fáráyé ẹ wá ń wá sympathy ẹ ń pariwo Oyètọ́lá pé ó ti kó security lẹ̀. You are the number 1 security officer of the state. The security of the state is in your hand. Ntáwọn ọmọ yín dẹ̀ ti sọ sẹ́yìn ó ti sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ da ìlú rú ni o.
Banik,
Èwo
ni verdict náà?
Verdict yẹn mo lọ bẹ̀.
Ẹnìkan bèrè lọ́wọ́ yín lórí Facebook. Only that the Banik is only reading the brief of the judgment. He has not read the verdict.
Ó mọ̀ pé verdict ni wípé brief